Welcome, this is Dr. Smith again. Uh, Today's topic we're going to discuss is about the 8 key things that you need to do in order to not quit teaching. 8 things. If you do these. Now, and this only does not only apply just to teaching, it actually probably applies to regular jobs, etc. But specifically, my focus on this channel was about helping teachers to not quit. Now, and I would probably say that you're not doing everything that I'm going to share in this little short video. And this is the first in a series. This is an introduction. And each week, I'm going to add more videos each week to actually discuss each one of these items in more detail. So again, you need to go ahead and make your comments concerning these, please. And also give me some feedback. Make a comment concerning the different items that I'm doing. If you're a teacher, whether or not you've used these or not, or if you're struggling with them, I need to know. Go ahead and give me some comments and stuff so that I can go ahead and make sure that I include your responses or your questions or concerns in the following videos. But this is going to be a short video because it's only going to go over again. And the title again on this one is 8 Keys to Not Quit Teaching. Okay, so number 1 on the list. Now, they're not in the most important order, okay? It's just the items that I listed here, okay? So anyway, number 1, let's go ahead on. So number 1, it says that you need to have a why, a purpose. And if you have a why and a purpose, you need to also come up with a vision and a mission statement that is about you. In other words, and it should align with your district and your school. Every school district has a vision statement and a mission statement. They should, if they're accredited. Every school, especially high school, secondary high school, has their stated vision and their mission. Guess what? The district has a vision. A high school's vision should align to the district. Okay? Likewise, your statement or for your vision or your mission statement should also align with your school and also align with the district. Enough on that. Again, you need to have a why and you need to have a purpose for understanding why you're teaching. Okay? And I'll go in more detail on that, but let's just say if you don't have a why you're teaching, if you don't have a purpose for your teaching, and if you don't have a written vision or mission statement, then that is a problem. And that will contribute to you in your frustration about wanting to quit teaching. Number 2, orientation and boot camp. Let me explain this from my terms. I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps. So the very first thing that I actually went to United States Naval Academy in 1972. If you're going in the military, you either go to a boot camp or you go to an officer's candidate school. And the same thing, it's the same thing. It's an orientation. So in the Marine Corps, before I got to Marine Corps, in the Naval Academy, I had to go through a boot camp for 3 months. Or really, for the most part, it was actually about like 2 months. And 2 months during the summer, we had to go through an orientation. They had to indoctrinate us as to the way things are supposed to be done there at Annapolis. When I graduated in 1976 to go in the Marine Corps, all Marine Corps officers had to go to the basic school. Guess what? Another orientation. They're not letting you up and out to do things unless you understand how to do business in their environment. Likewise, as a teacher, you have to do, for years, I did not do this. But now I realize every student that comes to me has to go through an orientation. I don't give them any subject, especially math, unless they go through the orientation. That explains what I am going to do for them. It also goes over what they're supposed to do and also what the parents are supposed to do and how do we do business? How do you earn credits? Orientation boot camp. You need to have one way or another. Again, coming up in the coming weeks, I will go over in detail exactly how I do it and then share out, and hopefully we get some other comments from other people, other teachers that shares how they're doing it. Believe me, every successful teacher is having their kids go through an orientation or a boot camp. Okay, and a lot of times it takes more than the 1 or 2 days that you normally have in the very beginning of the year. Okay, Number 3, classroom management. You need to have standard operating procedures for doing and actually managing your classroom. So that's a classroom management procedure. Again, I will make a separate video on it, but you need to have your operating procedures so your students know what is expected of them when they first come in the classroom and what are they supposed to be doing throughout that time period in that classroom and what they're supposed to be doing afterwards. Again, I'll have a video in the coming weeks that goes over classroom management secrets. Number 4, a learning contract. I have a learning contract. This goes beyond just a syllabus. A syllabus you normally just give to the student and they go take it and their parents sign it. No, a learning contract says specifically what I'm going to do, what the student's going to do, and what the parent is going to do. And we're going to identify these things in writing starting at the very beginning of the school year. And I go over why that is so critical that you need to have a learning contract. If you don't have a learning contract with your students, oh, you're missing out. You're opening up holes in your ship. Okay? Your ship is just like your year for the whole school year as you're up here beginning. And so if you don't have a learning contract, oh boy, I tell you, you got torpedoes on your bow. You're going to be sunk. Bad. You may not survive. You may have to quit. Well, number 5, you need to have a communication plan. In other words, you need to have a way of how you are communicating with your parents and also your students. If a student is sick, how do you communicate with them so they don't fall behind or they can come back to school with everything? So what kind of methods and media or technology that you're using? You need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, again, damn the torpedoes, they're going to come at you. Next, number 6, physical health plan. This is something that I didn't do in the very beginning, and I realized that I kind of fell into by accident. We always know about our health, but guess what? As a teacher, one of the things I became a teacher for was the benefits. And the benefits meant that I was given medical, I was given dental, I was given eye, vision, okay? There's mental health things and everything else. So you have the benefits. Why in the heck ain't you using the darn benefits? So I realized that guess what? I'm proactive. Now I happen to have one of the HMOs, but I love it. I'm not going to mention the name of it. But if you want to private message me or put in the comments, then I will go ahead. But firstly, I have a preventive medicine program, whereas I get my physical every year. I make sure I have all of my inoculations, vaccines. I get them all. Get them all. Don't miss anything. I get them all. All those vaccines, because, hey, kids carry germs. That's the truth, okay? So you get all your vaccines and everything else. You go get your dental work. Get your teeth cleaned twice a year. It's free. It's already part of your benefits. What's your problem? Get your eyes checked every year. Get your new glasses and everything. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. A lot of the plans allows you to get your free vision and everything else. There's mental health things and everything else. The key is this. Use it. Make sure it's in your plan to actually use the mental health things or the physical health things. So we're talking about your fitness. Guess what? Part of that is you got to get off your butt. You got to exercise. Okay? You have to exercise. Exercise is so important. So my exercise program is that 4 days a week I'm lifting weights. I'm 68 years old, but guess what? I'm lifting weights. You want to know why? Because it's a stress release for me. Own my own gym that I have in my home. Not everybody can do that. You can join a club or whatever. COVID made it a little bit difficult. That's why I have a home gym. So, but you got to take care of yourself physically, okay? It helps me. Lifting weights 4 times a week allows me, so I do mine Monday, Tuesday, take a break on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you got to exercise. I love just go ahead and pump and iron and everything else. You don't have to be a weightlifter and everything else, but it's more for me stress relief. The other thing I do is cardio. Part of my plan has cardio, which means I'm walking. Now I walk at school a lot, but that's not nearly enough. Okay, ask your doctor. They tell you all the time about exercising and about your walking, your cardio. I am 68 years old. My resting heart rate is 58. 58 beats per minute. Okay? That's pretty darn good. The reasons that 58 is because I walk. Yes, I do. I do exercise. Anyway, think about take care of your physical health. That was number 6. Number 7, you have to have a mental health plan. You already know that you're teaching, and a lot of teachers quit because of stress. But guess what? Just like your medical benefits, you have it. But the things you can do, I highly recommend like the Calm app. It's an app that helps you relax and listen to music or whatever and calm, doing self-talk. It's called mindfulness activities. Again, I'll have a video specifically where I share some of the ideas that I've gotten. But guess what? That is part of my plan. So my physical health and also my mental health. I have to prepare for those things in a way of dealing. So, and the last number is number 8. So we talked about number 8 is your financial budget. Most teachers and everything else depend on your school district. But for instance, there's 12 months in a year, but I only get paid 11 months. Okay, in other words, I only get 11 paychecks, and I only get paid once a month. So you have to have a financial budget so you can budget your money so that therefore you won't have any financial problems. And so, like for instance, I know that on the month 12, which in my case, my month 12 for my district is right now, is July. This is July 8th as I'm up here doing this video. Just came back from my vacation. Guess what? That's part of my plan. I go on a vacation to relax and put everything else behind. That's part of my physical health and mental health program is to go on a vacation. So the finances, you got to get a hold of it. So this video was an introduction to a playlist that I'm going to have on my channel. And that playlist is about 8 key things that you can do to not quit teaching. And I'm going to review them just right now. Again, put your comments and stuff below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because if you do, and you go onto my playlist, you'll actually get all these videos as they come out. Make sure you hit the like and put the comments, and what's going to happen is that you're going to get a notification on it. So those 8 things are: 1, you have to have a why and a purpose, number 1. In other words, you need your own vision and mission statement. Number 2, you need to create a situation where you have an orientation and a boot camp for your students, which are coming in your classroom, your environment. Number 3, you need to have classroom management procedures, your standard operating procedures of how things are operating, what you can and what you can't do in your classroom. Number 4, you need to have a learning contract that says what you're going to do as a teacher, what the student is going to do, and what their parents are going to do. Number 5, you need to have a communication plan, an effective way of how you're going to communicate with your parents and the students and the frequency, etc. Exactly how you're going to do everything. Number 6, you need to have a physical health plan. In other words, you need to take advantage of all the benefits and stuff that you get as a teacher. Number 7, you need to have a mental health plan. More importantly, a preventive medicine or a preventive mental health plan. In other words, do some mindfulness activities throughout the week. That's going to keep you solid up here and keep you motivated down there. And number 8, for next, you also have number 7 was the mental health. Number 8 is a financial budget. You got to take control of all your finances and everything else and make sure that's in order. So this is Dr. Smith. Again, welcome to my channel. This is an overview of what I'm going to be discussing here during the next 8 weeks on courses and stuff. If I can get them done faster, I'll go ahead and do that. But again, go ahead and hit the comments. Give me comments about these items. I've already given you 8 items. If there's some other items that you think that's been working for you, these are just 8. There's more. But if you have comments about it, feel free to go ahead and give me a comments. Yeah, again, this is Dr. Smith. Make sure you hit that subscribe button back there. Okay, leave me some comments. And again, I'll see you on the other side as I'm going to continue to help people not quit teaching. Again, this is Dr. Smith. You have a great day.